Czech Silesia is the name given to the part of the historical region of Silesia presently located in the Czech Republic. While not today an administrative entity in itself, Czech Silesia is, together with Bohemia and Moravia, one of the three historical Czech lands. It lies in the northeast of the Czech Republic, predominantly in the Moravian-Silesian region, with a section in the northern Olomouc region. It is almost identical in extent with the Duchy of Upper and Lower Silesia, also known as Austrian Silesia before 1918. Between 1938 and 1945, part of the area was also alluded to as Sudeten Silesia, a reference to the Sudetenland. Geography. Czech Silesia borders Moravia in the south, Poland in the north and Slovakia in the southeast, with the city of Ostrava roughly in its geographic center. The area comprises much of the modern region of Moravian Silesia and, in its far west, a small part of the Olomouc region around the city of Jesnik. After Ostrava, the most important cities are Opava and Sudeten. Historically, Sudeten is the western part of the city of Silesia, which nowadays lies in Poland. Situated in the Sudets, it is cornered by the Carpathians in the east. Its major rivers are the Oder, Opava and Olse. History. The first Germanic settlements were built in the 2nd century. Later the Germanic tribes moved west and Slavs came into the country. Modern-day Czech Silesia derives primarily from a small part of Silesia that remained within the Bohemian crown and the Habsburg monarchy at the end of the First Silesian War in 1742, when the rest of Silesia was ceded to Prussia. It was reorganized as the Duchy of Upper and Lower Silesia, with its capital at Opava. In 1900, the Duchy occupied an area of 5,140 square kilometers and had a population of 670,000. In 1918, the former duchy formed part of the newly created state of Czechoslovakia, except the Silesian Silesia, which was split between Czechoslovakia and Poland in 1920, Czechoslovakia gaining its western portion. Lucen region, formerly part of Prussian Silesia, also became part of Czechoslovakia under the Treaty of Versailles in 1920. Following the Munich Agreement of 1938, most of Czech Silesia became part of the Reichsgau. Sudetenland and Poland occupied the Zalesy area on the west bank of the Olsa, with the exception of the areas around Silesia, Ostrava and Lucen. Czech Silesia was predominantly settled by German-speaking populations up until 1945. Following the Second World War, Czech Silesia and Lucinsko were returned to Czechoslovakia and the ethnic Germans were expelled. The border with Poland was once again set along the Olsa. People. The population mainly speaks Czech with altered vowels. Some of the native Slavic population speak Lach, which is classed by ethnologue as a dialect of Czech, although it also shows some similarities to Polish. In Silesian Silesia, a unique dialect is also spoken, mostly by members of the Polish minority there. Notable people from Czech Silesia include Martin of Opava, chronicler, chaplain of several popes; Jiří Tranovský, pastor and hymn writer, the Luther of the Slavs; Heinrich Franz Boblig von Edelstadt, egregious inquisitor; David Zeisberger, Moravian missionary in North America and apostle to the Indians; Gregor Mendel, biologist, founder of genetics; Hans Kudlich, politician, main figure in the struggle for abolition of serfdom in Austrian Empire; Pavel Stalmage, journalist and national revivalist; Vincent Prusek, historian; Johann Palisa, astronomer; Petr Bezruk, poet; Joseph Kozden, politician, leader of Silesian autonomists, proponent of the idea of a distinct Silesian nation; Helen Zalesny-Scholz, architectural sculptor; Ondřej Sahorsky, poet, creator of the literary form of the Lach dialect; Joy Adamson, writer. František Vlasel, film director and screenwriter. Armin DeLong, physicist specializing in electron microscopy. Vera Chytilova, film director and screenwriter. Jaromír Nohavica, songwriter and poet. Eva Bitova, avant-garde violinist, singer, and composer. Ivan Lendl, tennis player, long-time world number 1 and winner of 8 Grand Slam titles. Leon Kupelak, classical guitarist.